Sword of omens, give me sight beyond sight.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy!
Oh my god, he just ran in.
Yo, what's up, guys? Mad Chiller here, bringing you guys another episode of Goon Squad Presents Between Two Props. Moving slowly tonight. We were up late last night. Been trying to help out, get things going, and tonight we're going to discuss DC and the couple of things that we know of going on there. Hopefully a couple people might swing by and give us some updated info. And yeah, we're just going to start off by saying, hey, I'm just going straight into the fucking Zoom, man. Let's go. And I failed. No, it came up. All right. For some reason, it grabs my screen sometimes. What's up, guys? What the fuck's going on?
What's up, brother, man? What's up?
going
What's
on?
up, everybody in chat? Thanks for coming out tonight. As usual, we have the normal bunch. My man Vince.
Who we got in chat tonight?
What up?
Killer.
Got my new green screen.
Oh, yeah.
Check that out.
Killer
Looking
as
straight
always.
pro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Enoch,
Yeah, we got the usual killers.
Erod, Brian Kirby, Redbeard 608, Hawkeye, Tint, Killer B, Dragon in the motherfucking house. Let's see,
Right
big
on.
oily guy. Hawkeye. Yep. Okay. Right on. Thank you for joining us, guys. How y'all doing tonight out there? Whoop whoop.
Hopefully doing good. Been a good week for anybody? Anybody had good weather for a fucking change? Because I haven't.
It was nice last weekend.
I didn't make it.
Yeah.
I didn't make it
And
out.
I got one pack in, I think last Saturday, and then it was just like on and off rain. It was terrible.
Sober as a judge on a Sunday Bible belt. That was funny. I'm mostly sober myself. It's been one of those days. Right on.
For sure. So what's everybody been up to? I mean, I know it's been kind of a busy week. Did anybody get any flying in?
Just test shit in the house. I haven't made it out to fly in about since I broke everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I broke everything. I didn't break everything, but I broke a lot of things.
It seems the deeper I get in, the harder it is to repair shit, especially when I have like one or two others to rip on.
Yeah, I mean,
It always makes getting to those repairs take a little longer.
yeah, it is kind of it's kind of ironic, isn't it? Like, I mean, thank God, like I blew up my 10-inch at one of my 10 inches, and that one's
One of.
I've got one on the bench that's like
Spoiled ass bitch.
one on the bench. Hey man, you guys build 5. You go build your 5 inches. I'll take the money and go build my 10 inches. You know, it's fucking. It might cost me about
3 times. Like, I've got a fleet of 3.
2, dude. I mean, the
And a 7.
first one did, and it was just like first 5-inch. Yeah, you had to buy packs. You had to buy special shit. You know, you had to buy this and that.
Cement Kid, what's up, homie?
What's up, Cement? So I mean, that initial expense getting into a 10-inch was more, but I think the airframe is gonna be upwards of double.
Yeah, well,
you know.
it's just more carbon. Yeah, I mean, you gotta pay for that carbon.
You got to figure 10, 15 extra per motor, about double in your carbon, and then a little bit more on your ESCs and PDB if you're going to go that route or whatever. Otherwise, it's a 5-inch. You're buying the same camera and shit. But yeah, dude, I feel you though. Like if you don't have a quad, then you're more likely to fix the one you broke.
You immediately fix it. You're like,
I'm
oh
gonna
shit,
get
I
off
can't get
that."
back. Yeah, I can't get back in the air until this is done. Boom.
But
Now I'm like, I've got one. It works great.
well, right now there's a lot going on, so with trying to prioritize shit, accordingly, and it just doesn't leave a lot of time for repairs and building at the moment. And I did repair my bot today, and I changed,
Nice.
so that's ready. I'm gonna take that with me this weekend. But if I can get off, I'm going. I hope you make it, Cement Kid. That would be dope.
Man, somebody's got to make it for me, brother. I tried real hard to figure out a way to get down there, and I waited too long for plane tickets, and then I thought I was going to have to drive up, and thought I was going to be able to, but just can't make it.
Fuck
I
it.
feel terrible.
Let's
but
bribe Brad. See if he can get you. Get you
For real. B-Rad, if you're out there, you got some cheap flight connect.
Hook a
me
brother
up.
up. Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, I'll fuck it. I'm actually, my logistics have been very up in the air. Let me just put that out there. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be there one way or another. I don't exactly know what is going on yet. Which is cool. I'm good with that. But I'm just saying I've been preparing for everything.
Absolutely.
So,
You got to cover every scenario.
my bag is packed, bro. I got to get my flight shit together for Sunday. But so let's talk. I mean, so yeah. I mean, building.
Yeah, let's talk DC.
DC is a thing, right? And we can't thank the UFDA crew enough for all the hard work, and Enoch especially. Man, he's been burning the fucking candle at both ends, and
For sure.
He's got a lot on his shoulders, and it's a little sobering, honestly. Like, to think about what we're about to do, and the message that we need to try to convey, and making sure that all goes off, positively.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing I think a lot of the community misses is that this is a serious thing. This isn't fun and games. I mean, it's great that everybody's getting together for a good cause, and I love that. But we all have to remember this is a serious event. This is something that if something goes wrong, Enoch goes to jail.
Yeah.
And he's put his word and his name on all this stuff and worked tirelessly to put this together.
Yeah.
And we need to do everything we can to support him and support the cause and not draw any unneeded, unnecessary bad attention to ourselves.
I mean, it's cool to joke about some shit or whatever, but I mean, when we get on site, unfortunately we need to be chill about it, because what we say amongst ourselves is one thing, but the outward portrayal of us as a community needs to be extremely positive. The message has got to get across,
Absolutely.
And they need to, if we want to be taken seriously, unfortunately, we have to act serious, right?
We have to act like adults.
We have to act like fucking
against
adults.
Against our, better judgment. We have to do some adulting.
Some folks are going in Friday. Maybe they can pop out. There's a park not too far outside of DC, I believe you can get to. Kick it. I heard rumor that there may be a couple bar tiny whoop adventures happening. I don't have any confirmation yet, but we're hoping to see some things like that happening. And then, I think I don't have it. There is going to be a fly on Sunday, but it's important to stress, no tiny whooping, no nothing, no fucking, leave your shit at your hotel, your quads, leave that shit at the hotel. Bring your energy, bring your positive vibes. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. Key.
That's what's up.
Key. Bring your positive energy. Leave the drones at home, unfortunately. Or at the hotel. Don't leave them at home, please. Go out to that Sunday fly for me who can't make it out.
Yeah. There's time and a place for everything. And, so Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah. So, do you have that schedule?
Yeah.
Like the schedule of events?
Yep. Of course, I don't have a scene, so I'll have to do it old school. Old school.
Let's go old school.
Old school. I'm
taking it back to 2019.
Bring my face up. What is it? Oh, I don't even know what slide it is now. Ha 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 ha. It was this one. There we go. So here we go. Let me we'll run down this. So yes, some folks are definitely showing up Friday. There is potentially going to be some picketing actions starting as early as noon on Friday. I know some of us are going down tomorrow. All right. Some of the crew is going to be there tomorrow night and throughout the day arriving. I don't remember how much Enoch is setting up on Friday. Quite honestly, I'm hoping he joins us at some point tonight, just to give us the latest. But so then we hit Saturday, 9 a.m., man. We're going to start with some music. 10 a.m., we're going to start the rally orientation. 11, we're going to start picketing. We're going to have some speakers at noon. Music and lunch at 12:30. Another rally at 1:30. Picketing actions at 2. 3 o'clock, more speeches and discussion. 4 p.m., picketing actions intensify. That's the big finale. And at 5, the rally closes. And just hit the notes here. There's absolutely no flying will be tolerated. Washington is a no-fly zone. Please respect this, guys.
Period.
No aggravated protests, no littering. Okay, we're going to be giving out slaps and shit. Don't tag the fucking downtown area because we have to clean it up. Save them for someplace else, please. I don't speak for UFDA. I'm just saying, like, this is what I know from last night and stuff. So it, no littering.
Respect the grounds.
Respect it. Yeah. No alcohol, no soliciting, no drugs, no pets. All right.
No pickpockets either.
No nothing. That's for Sunday. And if there's some indoor spots maybe that happen, then that will happen. So we'll leave that up for another couple minutes.
Do you have any insight on who the speakers are going to be?
I've heard a lot of rumors, but I can't really confirm nor deny. I mean, we have, you know, I know that I've been told Steele's supposed to be coming through. You know, I know some of the guys from Rotor Rider coming through. There's potential for, you know, some celebrities to possibly come through.
Ken Herron's going to show up.
There's, you know, again, I don't have confirmation on. Ken was on the stream last night. Let me bounce back to Zoom. Sorry,
it's a lot of keyboard work to come to Zoom.
No, moving slow. That was Vice texting.
Had Elon on this.
Killing it.
Say what? What did you say, Vice? Killer B is saying we should get Elon Musk on this.
Elon Musk?
We should, but he's too busy trying to send shit to Mars and dig holes in LA.
Somebody suggest that we need drones on Mars. So you should send all of us up there so we go fucking let's go rip on Mars, guys. It'd be awesome.
Let's do it. The float's real. We call that sim mode.
Dude, what do you like? You attach like a boulder to your fucking quad to get the same gravity. Like, what the fuck? Oh my
Sit on Worth, weighs 20 pounds.
Dude, could you imagine the send?
Well, you know how you
blip just the throttle and you're like
you ever just take off into a trick, like something gnarly, like just go to like a flick or something right when you take off. Think about how that would go in Mars. You just like,
I'm just thinking about like some of my full throttle punch outs just to see fucking, like what would happen. It would be like a fucking rocket ship, dude. It'd be insane.
It'd be excellent.
Why
should test it.
He does have a Corvette floating in space. Elon Musk. Rocket Man, Space Starman. Is that what I can't remember? Starman in the Tesla, yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's hilarious. I mean, if I had rockets and nothing better to shoot into orbit, why not? That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, let me shoot my $100,000 Tesla Model S. I mean, dude, it's like a P100D. It's like the top of the line model.
I own the rocket. I own the car. I've got tons of money and buy a mannequin. Let's send it. Let's do it. Like, hell yeah. I mean, I would too. I've heard varying, you know, I guess it kind of goes with anybody, but I've heard he could be kind of hard to work with or for maybe, but.
Have you ever known really incredible minds?
It is tough, right? Like that is.
It can be. They're just powerful heads, man. It's hard to.
Strong personalities. Maintain. Yeah. Strong personalities can be a challenge. I mean, yeah.
But anyway, we got anybody in chat that's going to DC?
Yeah. Who's going to DC? And the other question is, have you made your comment to the fucking FAA yet?
Yeah, please tell me you either have it ready or.
The word is eccentric. It is yeah, I'm eccentric.
Amen. I have been.
You know, I was molded by a rock and roll lifestyle for 20 years. I mean, I don't know. It definitely made me a little crazy, dude. I mean, like, let's be real. Hey, Enoch in the house. No worries, mate. And you've got that Zoom invite if you want to come through and update us at some point tonight. Please do. You are welcome. He's been recording and editing before. I know he's trying to grab a bunch of shit too. And like I know that a lot of people are going to be grabbing content, which is going to be sick.
Yeah, that'd be really cool to be able to show.
I mean, I think that's another benefit that could be used for things like Chris Teal's projects and things like that. You know, that where we're trying to put a face to what we are, who we are. You know, and that's huge, man. I mean,
For sure.
so like that's a super dope thing. I'm gonna take stills. I don't know that I'm really go for video per se, but I'm taking down a 5D and gonna fucking grab a bunch of stills. I'm sure FPV Geek will probably have his camera. Teal's gonna have his camera. It's gonna be a lot of fucking lenses outside of the government's ones. There's gonna be a lot of,
Right.
You know, it was funny. Did you see Ken last night on the stream?
I did catch that portion.
It was hilarious. He was amazing, right? It was fucking so
he's
cool.
awesome.
Like that was really,
Awesome.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that.
it was so dope. Like
Probably during work.
Yeah, it was a cool conversation seeing Ken on and hearing his kind of background as far as his outlook at FPV, because he's more
AP.
aerial.
Yeah.
AP.
Yeah. I mean, it was interesting to hear his, sharing his experience with getting into FPV. And I want to hang with him and teach him how to fly. Like, that would be amazing. Like help him. You know what I mean? Help him. Like, I know he knows how to fly, but you know what I'm saying?
No. He really he knows how to fly.
Yeah.
FPV
is
flies
a different beast.
It's a totally different beast, and you can tell.
And it's what he said last night.
Because he's been flying AP for years, and to see him, kind of have to start over with FPV is just goes to show you how difficult and how much you have to want it to learn to fly.
Dude, I mean, it honestly took me, I did okay, but it took me a while to really start getting FPV because I was a line of sight pilot for a long time, and it just took me a while to kind of shift my muscle memory and all that shit around,
Well, I wasn't anything, and I didn't have a sim or anything of that nature to go to really learn the stick movements. All I had was a Hubsan X4 with a little screen on the remote. Was my first drone. And once I got out of level mode, man, as soon as I built my 5-inch, I decided I was never going to turn on level mode. And that was a fucking animal.
The thing is that, like, I don't know, like for me, I flew planes and shit, and then I got into helicopters, and I was flying 3D, and that was, a money pit. It was a fucking money pit, but I
can't imagine, man.
Getting pretty.
They scare the fuck out of me.
Pretty solid.
A guy here in Memphis. I was at a park the other day, and this guy was flying some 3D heli, and that was the scariest thing I've stood 100 feet away from.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the reality is like you're flying a lawnmower, legit lawnmower at that point. I mean, you get into even up to starting around 450s to 6. When you get into a 600 or an 800, it's a wrap. You got a serious deck lawnmower going on there, dude. You know what I mean? Like, especially the carbon fiber blades in them things is fucking serious, man. I mean.
Yeah, he was cutting grass for sure. Like,
oh yeah,
nothing. Wasn't bogging the motor down.
Get inverted and cut the grass. Yeah, I mean, like.
Well, what he did is there was some like tall wheat grass or whatever the hell it is, hay, and because it's a big church and they had this one edge that gets towards the interstate that isn't mowed, like they don't prune.
Right.
And he accidentally got into that. And let me tell you, dude, the motor didn't bog down at all. It's like chopping a 4-foot blade. Was it
nitro or was it electric?
It was electric.
Yeah.
But it was big.
Yeah. You can get serious fucking. Like, I still laugh at some of the size. I still have a couple of my lipos, and for as old as these things are, there's fucking massive lipos, that I was fucking like, they're like fucking this long. I mean, it's serious. Huge. Like, crazy. And I remember when like 3S was like serious in a helicopter, it was serious. Like, fucking thing screams, dude. It was like, what the fuck?
Well, it's like, you feel like, you could fuck some shit up with your quad if you flew into somebody's neck or something. But I mean, this is like decapitation number 1.
Raise his hand.
But anyway, did anybody say that they were going to DC? I didn't really see anybody in chat.
Well, I fucking know Enoch.
Cement Kid said he's
Enoch's going. Cement Kid said if he can get off work, he's going.
That would be sick.
What's up? Mike's camping in the chat. He's made his comment on both.
Line of sight since 73? Really, dude?
Wait, who put that in there?
Mike's Camping.
What? How the fuck
Said
old are you,
LOS
dude? I was
since
born in
1973.
73. And back then, when I grew up, we only had control line fucking
Yeah, I was gonna say.
control line Cox fucking glow plug airplanes. That's what I had when I was first able to fly. And I was pretty young when I started with those. Outside of balsa wood and rubber bands and shit like that. I mean,
That's what I had.
yeah, I mean,
I had those balsa models that you just spun up with a rubber band.
yeah, Cox 049. Fuck yeah, dude. Me too. I mean, they definitely had some of those back there. What's up, Jones FPV? Still dizzy. Yeah,
What
dude.
up,
If you
Jones?
did put enough control line on your control line, you could spin yourself fucking completely dizzy. Like if you were trying to do it short, you're like, you'd fucking be out all of breath. You're about to pass out because you've been spinning your ass in a circle. Fucking, you're like,
You know, I did
It was
not even
fucking
understand what control
hilarious.
line was till I pulled up a video the other day.
I mean, bro, like you put a nice long line on them bitches, and like you know some of the big like round control line fields, you could send them fuckers a couple 100 feet out easy, and it's actually fun. You could do fucking power loops and all sorts of shit with them. I mean, like,
Really?
oh, dude, totally. You have an aileron control and shit. Like you can like. Yeah, you could make them do loop to loops and
Pretty
shit. You
crazy.
can't do barrel rolls, obviously, but you know you could fucking you could. It was fun.
Physics and all.
But yeah, if you had,
That's awesome.
But if you had 20 foot on that bitch, you would make yourself dizzy spinning that shit in your backyard. And you're like, yeah. Trying to, it was fucking hilarious. I'm not bullshitting. I loved it. Cox 049 was fucking 53. So you got 6 years on me, 7 years on me. He's a little bit older than I am.
Right on. That's sick,
46 here, bro. It's funny.
man. That's freaking awesome.
B-Rad is what, 55 almost? He's gonna hate me now. Like, I'm not
I was
that
gonna
fucking
say-
old.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't think he's quite there, but
Allegedly.
somewhere around there.
66. He was born in 66. Yeah, I was born in 73. 7 years difference, roughly. That's hilarious. Well, fucking old school. Redbeard is 47. Are you serious?
My man.
Is he really? Artie, you're such a fucking baby. Artie's like
35.
Artie's like two years old. Redbeard's fucking.
I'll take it, motherfucker. I'll take it.
If I could, I'd take it. Give me 10 years back.
I still feel like I'm 17.
10 years with what I know today. Like,
Yeah, right.
I'd be.
Just give me that.
Yeah, give me that back. I'll be fucking cool. Nah, I mean, that's cool. Doing all right. 40 in a few weeks. Jones is 37. Getting some fucking Mike's Camping power loops. Hell yeah, power loop that shit. We were power looping shit before there was power loops to be had.
That's wild, man.
I mean, dude, in like planes, dude. I mean, you know, they weren't.
Well, I'm still bugged out by all
Youth
the,
is wasted
the
on
wood
the young.
frame. Right.
Dude, the balsa wood planes. I used to build them fuckers. Like,
Yeah, my grandfather started to build one
with the
when I was a
fucking
kid.
tissue paper, you would put that's what you made the body out of. Like the
He was like literally doing like a spruce goose
Mhm.
that was supposed to actually run. It never got finished. I'm sure I destroyed it as a kid.
I made rubber band powered ones. I made gas powered motor ones. Dude, you can crash a fucking balsa wood gas powered shit. It was a it was fucking. Especially you would have to like you would have a little I don't even know what you call them with the official term, like little spars or whatever, and you would have all the ribs, and you would have to like paint them with glue and then lay tissue over everything, like these layers of tissue over everything, and then let it dry, and then you would trim it all up with a razor blade, and that's how you fucking built your wings and shit. And yeah, and then you would spend fucking weeks building this shit, and then you would crash it, and it would be destroyed in like fucking 3 minutes. Like,
Oh my god, the dedication.
dude,
That's crazy. Well,
fucking. So yeah, I mean, well,
let's move on. Let's play a video or something.
I bet I'm watching. Actually, what I do want to do is so this is a DC oriented show tonight. This is a little long, but I think we should play it. I'm gonna play the flight test video, and then I want to talk about it a little bit afterwards. So let's do that.
Roll that beautiful bean footage, bud.
You know this.
friends, we are back from D.C. and it was an amazing trip.
Yeah, it was.
We made a trip down to Washington, D.C. to meet with the FAA and also meet with our local senators, Sherrod Brown, and also the Senate Office of Senator Portman. And all three of those meetings were absolutely incredible. Specifically, my favorite one was with the FAA.
Yeah, so we met with some folks at the UAS Integration Office, and it was really great to be able to kind of tell them more about the flight test community and more about, kind of what I feel like is a underrepresented gap in the new NPRM about remote ID, which is you kind of have extremely popular, more sophisticated type aircraft on one side, and then you kind of have more traditional model aviation, like how you would think about, the kind of stuff you see in magazines, like a big quarter scale gasser or something like that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of space in between of people that are kind of, enjoying the hobby quietly in either their own yard or at a soccer field or, buying a small foamy or scratch building a small foamy. That type of recreational flying, it isn't super well known to the greater population, just because it doesn't really inconvenience anybody. It's not particularly controversial. And so it's just a big part, I feel like, that is missing in most people's minds, just because it doesn't get quite the attention that the other forms of model aviation gets.
That was our hunch. We said numerous times that the FAA really didn't have an accurate picture of our community and the demographic we served. And what Austin said was absolutely true. They were not only totally blown away with that knowledge, but they were also deeply moved and grateful. They received us very warmly. It was really incredible to see their desire to learn and to know about this. And you guys did us a huge favor. We asked you in the last video to take a survey and share your personal stories. And if you haven't done that yet, don't worry. This is not like a one-time thing we needed this to go down with. This is a longevity thing. This is if anything, something to put a face on the hobby and also a heart on the hobby that you guys and we can use to really kind of shape how things are looked at going into the future. The analytical data and the way that they need to be able to say, okay, this is a huge community that's kind of under the radar because there's no safety issues, it's quiet, it's peaceful, it's easy to embrace. But on the flip side, they're also going to be able to hear and see the heart side and the impact that the hobbies mean on people's lives. And we plan to use this time and time again, not only for this chapter, but also for many challenges to come to hopefully get people from a proactive stance on regulating it to a proactive stance of celebrating it and endorsing it.
So the ever-present approaching deadline is March 2nd to leave your comments. We kind of have a little bit more specific direction. I know that we've done a previous video on how to leave a comment, and that's still a great resource if you have not left your comment yet. Somehow, in a way that our thinking has evolved a little bit about the best kind of comment that you can leave. Make sure that your criticism of a specific part of the proposal is very, very clear, and you're kind of calling out a specific burden or a specific cost or a specific feasibility issue. And then also keep in mind, the proposed rulemaking is a 300-page document, and part of the reason for that is because the FAA also outlines their intent with some of the execution of the NPRM. And so it's important that to not just provide a specific criticism, but also understand the intent of something you believe that FAA misjudged or got wrong or needs more information, and then make your own proposal, almost as if you could drag or drop it into the NPRM instead of what's there, that meets the intent, but you believe eases the burden or makes it easier to comply or makes it
realistic
or less costly or whatever your criticism is. So kind of look at criticism, look at the intent of what you're criticizing, and suggest something that's better or better thought out in your opinion.
And that's where the FAA actually educated us, because one thing that we can't do is we can't go behind closed doors and make a case and have them say, you're right, we're going to go ahead and just do away with this. All the changes, all the insight has to be done through the comment period. And I have seen a lot of people say our comments don't matter. They do matter, and the FAA is reading them. We really need to do that due diligence and put it in there. But reading through, there's over 10,000 comments, which good job, guys. We have to make one hard push, but there's still a lot of emotional appeals that don't address the intent. And as Austin said, they're going to say, here's the intent, and they consider their intent written in stone. But the way they implement that is going to be able to be shaped by you guys. So that is the additional thing. You don't make it emotional, make it personal, make it how it affects you, but always turn around and focus on that intent. Simply saying this will destroy the hobby as we know it. They were telling us some stories of some of the comments. They were far from representative of the awesome part that our community has, but also they were just not useful. They're something that we couldn't even use because they're completely on an emotional base, and we need to shape this with logical thought.
The goal of what they're trying to accomplish is what to focus on, because if you can propose something that is more simple or more effective or cheaper that meets the goal, that's something that's going to be taken very, very seriously.
They have to take it seriously.
Exactly. So I thought something that might be helpful is if we kind of think about an example. So what's an example of something that could be criticized in the NPRM, and what's an example of what the intent that is trying to be accomplished, and what is a potential solution? So I know you have lots of those, but
yeah, well, there's tons of them, and tons that we'll be leaving comments on. But let's pick on like fixed flying sites. The fact is, our community flies in their backyards. They fly at local soccer fields and places like that. A fixed flying site isn't really a realistic thing, but in the FAA's mind, that may be something like, oh yeah, well, fixed flying sites. From what we know, the model aviation is people go to an AMA club field and they fly at these fixed flying sites. Let's just go ahead and make that mechanism so if there's an airplane that can't meet those requirements, they go there. Well, that's not really realistic. So in this case, we know that their intent is to get planes like amateur-built aircraft to a fixed flying site so they know where those amateur-built aircraft are. Well, there's a current thing like the land system. The land system is good enough for 107 pilots to say, hey, I'm flying at this location, and all of basically, controlled airspace is mapped out through lands. They could use that same app-based system to be able to set up a permanent FRIA or a fixed flying site, and that fixed flying site could simply be your backyard. So our comment would be something like, we understand the spirit of what you're trying to do with fixed flying sites, but a lot of our community is not going to be able to utilize those because the fixed flying sites are too far away, or it's economically impossible for them to be able to afford the insurance, the club membership dues, and also the travel. We recommend using a current system like Lance to be able to help people set up permanent flying sites, whether it's their backyard. This will enable you to be able to review that site and say that it is not a safety hazard and instantly give approval to allow that backyard to permanently become their fixed flying sites. This will also open up the opportunities for schools to be able to continue to run their programs simply by using that app-based system. It won't be a cost burden. The infrastructure is already built, and people will easily be able to adopt it. A comment like that will instantly make them have to acknowledge that and vet that, because we've taken the spirit of what they want, we've addressed the problems with how they propose it, but then we've also given a solution specifically based on something that they already have. We don't want to just dig our feet in the sand. We're not going to win that fight. We got to shape the argument and shape the solutions to make them easy. So once we kind of build a box around it, it's resolved. It's in the past. But friends, we can't thank you guys enough. What you did for us last week with giving us not only the surveys to give us insight, to give us analytics, but also sharing your personal stories. This isn't something that was just only useful this last week, but this is something that's going to be able to be used by you guys and for us to really shape what the hobby looks like and the heart behind it. So thank you for participating in that. And look for a future video specifically on how you guys will be able to take this information, the stories, the data, and also reach out to your congressmen, your representatives, school boards, and use this as a tool to really impact people in a positive way, move this hobby forward. For all you guys that shared it and got the word out, there were so many of you guys. I saw all these social media posts over all the platforms. Thank you. We never dreamed that we'd have such a heavy response for this request, and you guys did awesome.
So the main time-sensitive thing right now is to comment on the Federal Registrar on the proposed rulemaking.
Yeah.
There's actually some really good resources that we can link below of other organizations that are leaving their comments, and so sometimes it's useful to kind of read those summaries and that sort of thing. We are going to be using your guys' survey data in our comment on the FAA, so thank you for filling those. But right now, the March 2nd window is closing to leave your comment. Right now, we're at about 19,500 comments, and we'd love to see that get as much feedback as possible that, again, recognizes the problem, understands the intent of the rule, and then propose something that is more workable and is actually a better solution. And I know that there's a lot of really creative people out there that are proposing things that actually are workable and actually helps make this a smoother transition to the new policy. So we want to thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
And thanks for leaving a comment. And again, that link is right below.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
All right.
All right, man.
That was a bit of one. Here, let me stop this. So thoughts? Oh, there's a chat.
I mean, I think one of the
hell's Vice
key.
Gecko?
A lot more hopeful. Yeah, a lot more hopeful than what I was expecting.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the fact that they didn't realize the community was quite as heavy as it is, and that certainly gives us a leg up on showing them that, hey, we're here and we deserve the same rights as every other hobby out there, not to be regulated into extinction.
I think,
but at the same time, I also think the key takeaway is when we deliver these comments, it is about using their intent, which they said several times, and manipulating it. So like they said, it's not as burdensome on us and not as economically burdensome as well. Because those are the kinds of things that, are useful, because something's going to happen regardless. They're not just going to throw it out the window. There's obviously too many people with lots of deep pockets backing this, pushing for this. So something's going to happen. It's if we can mitigate. And
I think the question is what's going to happen, not if something's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
But I agree with Vince. I agree with Vice regarding the fact that I feel more hopeful based after seeing that in a lot of regards. I submitted my one of my comments today. I don't know how many we're allowed to do, but I submitted a comment today. I've been working on it for a while, and it was like, fuck, with the protests this weekend and shit, I'm like, dude, I might not get to it if I don't do it now. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I had to stop what I was doing and made sure I got it done. Because, like I said, my logistics over the next few days are a little crazy. And I was like, shit, better get this done. But I watched that first, and it helped me kind of make a few amendments to my comment, after watching the video.
Certainly. Dude. And that's why I haven't put mine in yet, is because it seems like every time some useful video comes out, and I'm like, shit. Let me reword
well, I think that's why it was good advice earlier on was, basically telling everybody to like chill out a second. Let's get our ducks in a row and do it right. And I think that's clutch,
Absolutely.
I don't know that my entire comment, addressed, I don't know how to put this. Like you said, you have to address their concern, right? You have to suggest ways to reach their goal, right? Because they have these goals now hopefully these conversations with organizations like Flight Test and the things that UFDA and everybody are putting together will help them at least open their eyes up to like, oh shit, we overlooked somebody. Because honestly, part of me just honestly, I know that a lot of us want to be like, fuck you and whatever, but like part of me feels like they just fucking overlooked us. Like we literally weren't on the radar. You know what I mean? Like we're fucking not on the radar.
And the more I dig into it,
we don't fly high enough.
Yeah, the more I dig into it, that's the way it seems. Mm-hmm. Although there are a couple things that certainly seem suspect, like the FRIA period of 12 months. That's one thing that just feels malicious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the fact that if you don't call to renew, you're done. You can't reopen that.
I really liked the way that, Flight Test was putting about like, look, dude, the using LANC, LAANC, it's like your backyard could be a fucking designated fly area. Yeah. And I mean, and that's what we need. We need to be able to kind of like, I fly in this park. I'm going to be here. I'm staying fucking 200 feet under the deck, whatever. Like, and that's it.
Well, and that's why I think that's such a great system. Like if you hadn't seen or used or played around with air maps, you have to be a Part 107 to have a registered number. But the thing is, I mean, it's a great system. Mm-hmm. I mean, Stingy did a video a long time ago where he was, within 5 or 6 miles of an airport. But because he put it out there on Lance, he got instant approval to fly. If he was going to be there for an hour or 2 hours,
dude,
he's going to be flying below 200 feet.
Yeah.
And this is the area he's going to be covering. And then it's fine. I mean, you're registered. They know who's there if something happens.
Doesn't really want part of RC. FAA doesn't really know this part of RC flight exists. Yes. I think they knew of guys flying model airplanes or whatever. But I don't know that they necessarily. Now, the really double-edged sword part about this is like They didn't know about us. Now they do. It's like, well, oh fuck.
Yeah.
All right. So then, I mean, that's kind of why I have a pretty sober approach about the protests. It's like, we gotta represent ourselves in a positive light, because now they, you know what I mean? And like, that's pretty clutch. I do want to mention
Easy FPV pointed out that you don't need a 107 in air maps to have a registered number and to use it. I didn't know that. Otherwise, I would have been using it. Why? Because it seems like the proper way to do it. Let people know you're there. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything illegal.
The reality is that, well, I mean, some of it's always been questionable. I mean, even diving buildings, dude. I mean, if you diving a building is actually, as long as you're not flying over people and you have no real risk of crashing into somebody, you're under the flight deck.
The worst you can do is actually trespassing. It's where you're flying from.
Well, you're tethered at that point. So if the building's 400 feet high, you're fucking 400 feet under the deck.
Yep.
So I mean, I don't really see the problem. I mean, like in a situation like what you see behind me, it's like it was under construction. It was closed. We didn't trespass. We flew the building. We were and the airspace was clear. We had spotters. We had tons of spotters. So, I mean, what's the real problem with that? I mean, it's, it's questionable, maybe, whatever. I know. Well, I don't necessarily.
I think it's like what you said to begin with. If you're not flying over people and you're not flying over active traffic, what is the harm? I don't think there's any, but I'm the guy that wants to dive the building. So,
oh, dude, I want to send one of my fucking macros up there, dude. I mean, like,
oh my god,
I'm going to. You watch. I'm gonna pull a trippy with the 10-inch. You're gonna bug out. You're gonna fucking bug out. It's gonna be. I might blow up my ESCs actually, maybe I'll try it on the APD system, shielded operations. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So I guess ultimately, yes, some people have done some questionable things. Let's be real. And I think
but I think a good way to rein that in is with something like the land system. I mean, you're not going to get everybody. Some people are just going to do the wrong thing. Yeah, some people are just not going to comply. And look, that's in anything. Like criminals still use guns, even though they're not supposed to by law.
It's a pretty important thing to consider, and that's what is going to unfortunately happen. Is they're making a few people criminals that aren't criminals. They're normal, everyday people. They're fucking nerds that just want to rip. I mean, come on, let's be real. Yeah. So, like, I think that it has been the Wild Wild West. We all knew it was the Wild Wild West. Anybody, that's been around for a minute, we've all seen that it was the Wild Wild fucking West. We all kind of knew something was going to happen. Now we just have to mitigate the damage in the best possible way. And I mean, and honestly, after the video, I did feel a lot more hopeful, and I feel like we go to DC and we pull off a positive thing.
And we still have a chance. That's the key that we need to take away is, look, if we can do this right, we can have a chance to free up some things for ourselves and make it where we don't have to go extinct or
Vince
be criminals.
Sorry, but Artie, do me solid. But you post this in this. I'm gonna send you a link, please.
I got you.
Enoch set it over. Could you actually load this website and then grab the actual URL? Why doesn't it let me copy this? So, guys, there was a website change to the help save the hobby. I don't know I'm forwarding this to you on Facebook, Vice. Sorry, it's the easiest way for me to do it. Okay. It wasn't letting me. So it's Vince is gonna post it. Damn it, I can't win right now. I'm tired, guys. Bear with me. Sorry. Having said that, there was an extra website created or a change the website address because Facebook decided to ban helpsaveourhobby.com, and so the boys changed it to help save the hobby, and apparently the algorithm hasn't shut it down yet, so it's still open to sharing. So please grab that link and share the shit out of it over the next couple days, guys. Now is the time.
Absolutely. LJFPV saying, what is sad is that he spoke with some old school wing hobby pilots about the FAA thing, and he said that they had no idea about it at all.
That's another side of this equation. Granted, a lot of
especially for the older guys who aren't as connected as all of us are.
Yeah, and I mean, the reality is they might pay their AMA dues and their membership fee or whatever to go to the field, and that's as far as it goes, and they just learn shit from whoever they're hanging with, right? And if, like you said, they're not necessarily as well connected, and old guys, the old cats tend to hang together, right?
But the thing is, and that's one of the benefits of being one of those guys is their shit won't change. They'll still be in a FRIA, aka AMA field. Because that's the only place they fly. Punch people in Memphis here. There's a big flying club.
Sure, but they still,
and that's all they do.
Technically, though, they've got to register all their fucking planes under the new rules. So I mean, that changes. That's a big change, and that's if some of those guys have 100 fucking planes, that's $500.
Yeah,
that's a change. Like they need to be aware. And the reality is that, like you said, they're not as well connected as us, and unfortunately. While we definitely everybody has to do their part, continue to spread awareness. Even after this weekend, we need to keep the momentum going and spreading awareness with everyone. You know what I mean? It's like the flight test guy says, it didn't stop after they just came back. Like it doesn't stop after UFDA comes back from DC. We need to keep pushing because even though the comment period is closed, there's still hope. So we got to keep pushing. What up, 608 FPV?
Oh, Chad, I couldn't get.
Did it work?
See if you sent me anything.
Yeah, I sent it.
No, you didn't.
Hold on.
Make sure you send it to me on Facebook, like you said.
Did I get anything? Well, shit. I didn't send it to you.
Look at you.
Forward. I fucking sent it. Maybe I hit undo. Maybe I double tapped. Did you get it that time?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Keyboard assassin.
Bro, fucking, I've been a shambles today. I was up to like 5 in the morning. It was needed. It was good. I stayed up late last night, and it was all positive stuff that came from it. So like that's cool, but it cost me today in other ways. I did fix my 5-inch. So there's that.
So there is that. There's some good production in today.
I was hoping to get the 10 back online, but like I said, I can't. I don't want to rush that bitch because I still don't know why. So, Pat, I don't know. Yeah. Pat's probably not here right now. Shit. Pat was asking me if I was going to make it down. He's like, dude, we can both rip bandos. I'm like, dude, mine blew up. He's like, what happened? I'm like, fuck, I don't know yet, dude. It's hopefully Pat sees this, but I'm hoping. I told him I'll bring the nasty. At least I've got one to come down. Fucking
one 10-inch to rip.
So I think that's important stuff, guys. I mean, I wanted to play that flight test video to kind of show that there's definitely hope in this situation and hopefully give you guys that last push to fucking get your comments in if you haven't done so already. I think it's clutch. And again, UFDA is going to DC this weekend. Starting Friday, 2 days from today, not even. They got a day and a half. It's like fucking couple hours away. So, but the website is up. Vince just posted the link in the chat. If you got a couple spare bucks, please help out if you can't make it, right? Everybody's contributing whatever way they can. Some people are making signs and sending them in. Some people are making stickers. Some people are fucking, dude, whatever you can do. It doesn't have to be
even if it's just $1. Give something, man.
Yeah.
If you enjoy this hobby, give something. I know it's hard to scrape money together. It's hard to get you feel like it's worthwhile, but a buck helps.
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's see. Having said that, did we find the link? Vince, you may have to answer me on this one.
Yep, go for it.
Did you send me the link for Bot's thing? Did you find it or no?
Yeah, it's in the chat.
I found the picture. Yeah.
Oh.
In the here, I'll do it
Here,
in the.
Can I do it
Facebook?
Okay, cool.
Zoom chat, that downloadable up there.
Yeah, I was trying to grab it. Bot. It would be easier though, I think, if he sends it to me in Facebook.
We'll figure it out.
There we go. So a lot of people are like, they want to fly. Again, this particular protest isn't our traditional FPV event, unfortunately, but there is a traditional FPV event happening the next day, and that is motherfucking Bot Grinder and Cricket noon at Rosedale Park, just a little ways outside of DC. And that is the spot, guys. So make sure you peep out this event.
Yeah, definitely take advantage of that if you're going up. You're not going to be able to get any packs in DC, so get some in on Sunday with the boys.
And again, hopefully we'll see. Again, I haven't got any confirmation, but I've heard rumors. Hopefully we'll see maybe some tiny whooping happening in a local bar somewhere. That could be super fun. There's definitely a few things being organized as we speak in terms of after type event type things. So I guess just stay tuned. Pay attention to what.
Stay tuned.
Enoch.
I think Bot's also going to try to do a live stream.
Damn, I was literally going to try to tune in. He was going to try to do something around 1:00 today, 1:30 or something, and I saw
he got it off. I didn't. I don't know if he saved it or whatever. I didn't see it.
I was going to check it out, and I ended up getting busy. What time is it? Let's play another video, yeah?
Let's get somebody's flight video in.
We got any questions going on in the chat? What's good?
Oh, yeah, we do. Mountain Dew, dude. Can you imagine a wildebeest diving a building?
Yeah.
That sounds like so much fun.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
The view's the same.
Yeah. But,
But the sound is real.
The climb would be different. Let me just put it that way.
Super fast.
The climb would be different, bro. Fucking
nobody be fast forwarding the climb.
I mean, I remember I fucking almost flattened a fucking 5-inch battery out climbing this, and did I remember? I took off at 16.8 and got there at 14.2. I was but I fucking just blipped it.
KV motors when you run
2600, dude. I was fucking ripped it straight up the side of the fucking thing, dude. It was crazy. The wildebeest. Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to send up my 10s before getting's good is gone. While the getting's good is gone. Before it's gone. Going down to DC via bus. I'm not sure about my logistics quite yet. Are you going, Dragon? I hope you're going. That'd be fucking sick.
Yeah, everybody make it out.
There are some folks going via bus, and there are guys. I don't know if you use Discord, Dragon, but there's a couple guys in our Discord that are going via bus that you could coordinate with if you wanted. Shit, I may have to jump into that as well. I don't know yet. I don't know. No plans yet. Make that shit. Get down there. It's gonna be
epic, man. I have a feeling it's gonna be a really great event.
I'm stoked about seeing everybody, dude. Like, I mean,
I think it's just gonna be just the show of FPV's friendship, FPV's community.
Yeah, and I think that's
understated.
Yeah,
and the world doesn't know how good the community really is.
Yeah, I think that's clutch. Like staying the night and day after. I'm fucking gonna try to be there. I'm potentially gonna be there till Monday morning, or potentially. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, my logistics have been a little up in the air the last couple days. I'm actually trying to go down Friday at the latest. I may be going tomorrow. I don't know yet. I might be going tomorrow, dude. I might be going tomorrow. I might be going Friday. If I don't go tomorrow, I'm going to try to go Friday. Excuse me. And then, worst case, buck ass early on Saturday, but I doubt. And then come home probably, again, maybe late Sunday or Monday. I don't know yet.
Yeah, he'll be there. That's all that matters.
Yo, what's up, Easy FPV in the chat? Ed from FMP. Yes, Ed is going via bus. Yes, first time hearing you're going from our crew. That's a little. I mean, I haven't been publicly blabbing, but I have been on Facebook, so I know you don't spend time on Facebook, Dragon.
Well, let's roll a video, man.
Oh yeah, you want to play video?
Let's do it.
I'm trying to. Right. So Vice sent me 2 Brad ones. Actually, let me just start with one that Artie sent me.
No, one's Magic Carpet.
Yeah, throw up that Willie P.
All right.
That thing's sick.
All right, so we're gonna rock this Willie P video. Just can't get enough of this is the title, and let's go.
Shout out to Willie P. Wait till y'all see it. He's ripping it. What a sick spot too. Look at that channel.
I'm a wildfire in your dreams at night. Wanna walk the wire with you by my side. And I think it's time you close your eyes, go through this night with you by my side, yeah. Dreams at night. Wanna walk the wire with you by my side. And I think it's time you close your eyes, go through this night with you by my side. With you by my side, yeah. With you by my side, yeah. With you by my side, yeah. Dreams at night. Wanna walk the wire with you by my side. And I think it's time you close your eyes, go through this night with you by my side. With you by my side, yeah. With you by my side, yeah. With you by my side, yeah.
Sick. Fucking sick. That was cool, man.
That was crazy.
Although that one fixture that he was backwards diving through, I'm a little disappointed he didn't Matty through that shit at one point. Like that's like the only thing I thought he was missing. Otherwise, it was fire. Like I really is inspired. Like, and you watch a video like that, you're like, damn, that gives me ideas because I love dancing along the side of a building. Like that's amazing. And that little security guard, you're muted, Artie. That little security guard tower pole thing that he did was rad. That little dance around the pole dance.
Yeah,
that little pole dance.
little pole dance.
Little pole dance was pretty dope. I like that. It was like a little trippy spin with some flair almost. It's low too. That's low for.
Yeah, that's a dude that's gotten a lot better over the last few months. I've seen him.
It's definitely, especially if you're rocking low angle. It's hard to do low altitude trippy stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I always look like. I zip around real quick and then have to bail.
You're kicking it at 65 degrees. That's just awesome. But if you're kicking it at 25 degrees, you're fucking, you can have a little more. It takes a little more getting used to, I guess.
For sure.
Fucking, that was dope, dude. Where's he at? Is he in Florida or where's he at?
I have no idea, to be honest with you, my friend.
It looked pretty nice over there. A dope spot.
Yeah, it's killer building set, especially with all those elevation changes with the ledges and all that shit.
What's the chat talking about? All right, let's see here. I need to move the chat over here when I'm doing these. I'll be there Saturday.
Dragoneers apparently asked all the Project Zen cats, and they said they aren't going to be able to make it.
I know some of the people in the Zen Discord were talking about coming. I don't know about all the local guys, but Zen's got quite a few people. Guy, you should jump in the Discord, dude. It's a cool place. I think you'd dig it. I can give you a link to the Zen one too. Goon Squad.
Easy said he's going to make it out for Saturday.
Goon Squad Discord in the stream description. Oh wait,
if you ain't in, get in.
What did you send me in Facebook? Hold on a second.
I'm gonna have to bounce early.
Oh, got you. All good. I just got to it. It happens. Good Squad Discord. Yes, my man, fucking Vice, fucking went rocking the links in the chat.
If you don't know, now you know.
All right, let's go to the next vid. Who do we got next?
Hey, before you do that, guys, I just want to say thank you to everybody who came out. Keep showing us support, man. I really appreciate you. And if you can make it out to DC, please do that. Unfortunately, I got to bounce tonight, so I hate that, but love you guys.
Actually, everybody say happy birthday to Artie's wife.
Yeah, happy birthday, love.
Happy birthday.
34.
Good night, Redbeard. What's up, fucking Brian Kirby, a.k.a. Bone FPV? So then,
nice, Bone. What up, Mom?
Yeah, it might be an early night for us overall, but Artie, thank you for being here tonight.
Yeah, man. Peace. If y'all are in Zoom later, I'll hit you up.
Have a good one, man.
That's cool.
All right, guys.
See you, dude.
Deuces.
Yeah, you got some happy birthdays later, Artie. Let's see here. Right, so we got a goon coming up next. Right. Actually, I wanna. Good shit. This is what's up. I'm gonna play a little bit deeper into this. All right, got a goon video coming up. This is Magic Carpet. Ocean Bando broke all my drones.
Epic Bando in the middle of the ocean. Time to go to the top. 3 hours.
Oh yeah, dude.
The house? Just right there, bro. How the fuck did you get up there, Edmund? Hey, dude, they're making weird noises. Oh, yeah. You gotta run away. We made it to the top. Vegan or anything. Nice. That's weird. Mom, go. You want to go get food? Oh my god, this is amazing.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
You hate to see that.
That look on his face said everything.
Well, alright guys, it's time to go home. It was one hell of a day. I broke both my quads. I can't fly anymore, so I'm gonna call it a day. Till next time, see you later, and thank you Brad for bringing us out here. Check out his channel, BRadFPV. I'll put the link in the description. Peace.
Fucking fire one time. Those guys down there, I did a big shout out to my fucking Florida goons, man. I see fucking Red 5 in the chat. Motherfucking Red motherfucking 5 in the chat.
Red 5, I'm going in.
And that video was approved. Fucking hell yeah. Fucking, so that was Magic Carpet, y'all. Fucking steady killing it down there in Florida with the guys. Red motherfucking 5, right? Yes, yes. We got another one, I think, from a Florida goon, yeah? Let's see here.
The guy that Carpet was shouting at.
That's the only bad part about time stamping. I can't catch it in time. Right. Another one of our goons down in the Florida situation. Fucking BRAD FPV. Same spot, same trip, right? I think so. Right?
BRAD. Yeah, it's BRAD. It's the same trip.
Same trip, right? That's what, yeah. All right, here we go.
Same trip, different
footy.
Different guy.
They're fucking owls.
Dude, they look so scary. Imagine walking in on those on a fucking dark alley.
Just don't look at him.
That's fucking hilarious. Killer Bee. They also look like they're about to drop the hottest album of 2020. Oh, lol.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up. That's funny, though. That's funny as fuck. Nice.
Fucking catches it. Look at that. They better be recording. Just coming back from the Bando by Boat adventure. Anyhow, super fun.
That was awesome.
And that right there is what the fuck is up. Fucking goons in Florida fucking kicking it out there. That's, you know, we kick it up here in NYC. It's just fucking colder and shit. So right now we're all like,
and they have cars.
They have fucking cars. Yeah, we're like biking, skateboarding, trains, whatever other way you can get somewhere. That's us in NYC.
Public transportation.
Public transportation. Fucking but yeah, big shout out to the fucking Florida goons down there. I wanted to play this as well. Oh, got another Florida goon. Florida's killing us right now. We need fucking. Where's your footy, Vince? Neither of us have been flying lately. I've got footy. I'm trying to edit it, but I've been too busy.
So last time I went flying is when I destroyed my 7.
Oh.
So, and I haven't gone flying since I've gotten my 8. So I could probably put together like half an Instagram clip. So I might do that.
Half in 15 seconds.
From 3 spots. 3 spots. No, 3 spots. I could probably get 15 seconds out of the 3 spots.
Actually,
I like shit the bed.
I totally want to do that. Actually, I've been meaning to start doing that. Is just literally taking like, you know, 3 15-second clips and just banging them together and shooting those out like little blurps of just fucking.
Yeah.
You know.
The triple spot is the sweet, like the sweet spot of good a good edit.
Short and
you got
short.
3 different. As soon as you're about to get bored, you're like, oh, this is a new spot. Oh, okay. You buy yourself like another 10 seconds, you know?
Yeah, you got to hit them hard and quick. That's what she said. Right on. So what do we got up next? Fucking Red 5 coming in hot. So if you don't know the backstory to that, Red's ND filter came flying off during that session, so that's why he was overexposed. Hence the name Exposure. Fucking fat lines, Austin.
Yeah, that was fucking super fast, super accurate.
He's
Super
pissed.
badass.
Yeah, I saw his post. I was like, shit. That yeah. I mean, that's why that's why I embed my ND filters into my TPU, because you aren't gonna lose them. You're gonna break them, but you ain't gonna lose them.
Yep.
What's weird though is on the Bando with the 10, I fucking cracked the front of my Hero 8 with on a tree or something. I broke the I broke the tempered glass on the lens, but I did not break the ND filter. Not even hardly a scratch. And the GoPro was fine. I just it was like a pin. It was like a fucking pool ball, like cracking when you hit a ball and the ball doesn't move, it cracks the next ball. You know what I mean? Smacks the next ball. It was like that. It was crazy. I do want to shout out. So next week, guys, pretty excited. We are going to have Say Andrea and Gearhead joining us next Wednesday at 10 p.m. EST. And we will be discussing all things making stuff, 3D printing. We're going to talk about design. We're going to talk about hydro dipping and painting and all sorts of making. And we're going to bring some makers on. You make anything, Vince? Are you a maker?
Really. Can't think. I feel like I do make something. I'm just not thinking of it.
Everybody makes something, but
looking around, yeah. Oh, I make really good food. How about that?
Easy.
I was a chef for like.
There you go. Time. You make really good. You were a chef, really? I did not know that.
Yeah, I make really good food. Yeah.
There we go. So yes, next week we have Say. I am so stoked. Say is one of my best friends in the world. Yeah. Oh, I just bring up her website here. Pin you for a sec. If you haven't seen Say's website, I definitely recommend you check it out. Especially how much are the nipple tassels again? $300.
$200.
$200.
$200.
Oh shit. But yeah, check Say's website out. She has got some dope ass gear, man. She's been doing it a while. She's doing some of her own fabric printing now, and she's doing sick work. You may or may not have seen it, but the BQE sticker bomb. BQE, you guys heard about BQE.io? These amazing glasses wipes for your glasses or your GoPro lenses or your goggles. I keep one with my goggles. But Say made these and she printed these herself. Like, this is her actual hands-on print work, which is pretty fucking fire if you ask me. So pretty excited to be able to bring her in. Like I said, she's a dear friend of mine, and it should be a dope conversation next week. Dagon's like, I want that. Yeah, it's fire. She also did the I think it's hold on. Not aware, she also made these in an effort of relief for Australia and the wildfire situation down there. And these are super fire. So we're really, really excited, man, to bring her on and get a chance to hear a bit of her story. It's going to be fucking awesome. Additionally, that will be bringing Gearhead in from the UFDA crew. Gearhead is a prolific designer and printing guy, and I'm excited to nerd out with him, being a printing guy. And so we'll be talking printing, we'll talk design, like I said, painting, and hydro dipping and other craftiness. Say's always got some crazy projects, so I'm sure it should be pretty dope what she'll bring. Let's see here. Oh, Dragon's got the. Oh, you got the Dragon. You got the. Yeah, these are fire. You got one of these? Is that what you're saying?
One, yeah.
I got the wombat
cool.
one. Yeah, this is the Roo. And there's a wombat one, and yes, most definitely fire. So I'm typing and it's going nowhere. It's been one of those days, guys.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It does. So a local NYC Ripper up next. Project Zen fucking represent El Bujo FPV, who's been hitting it hard in NYC. Check him out. Oops. Sick. Fucking Gino, man. Steady
Killing it.
Steady
as
killing
always.
it.
Can't wait to go back to that spot.
Yeah, yeah, no shit. Yeah, dope. He's if you guys don't know Gino, man, he's a great up and coming, awesome guy, up and coming fucking ripper, man. Just got sponsored TBS and Flight One, I believe. Fucking doing good things, doing good work, hitting it hard. Right. Excuse me. Bring up next. I was at his channel. Vice just posted his channel.
Yeah, I just linked his channel.
All right, cool. Yeah, if you like what you saw on any of these videos, guys, Vince has got them links, so let him know. We got B-Rad, fucking Magic Carpet, Red 5, Buho he just put in. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to cover. Oh, I know who I wanted to play since he left. We'll play fucking Artie's video. Where's that at? Artie would never see. That's the thing. Would never put our own shit into the queue. So I'll do it while he's gone. All right, motherfucking Artemis Prime up in this piece. Oh, Whoops. Super dope, chill flight. Fucking, that was. I need that right now. I need the vibes. Fucking Magic Carpet always
Yeah,
has
that's
those vibes. Artie's always got those vibes. Fucking
times.
Trying to think what else we need to. If there's anything else we need to cover regarding DC. Again, I know we've been beating the dead horse, but this is the week, guys. I think I'll take this opportunity really quickly while I queue up something else. Do a couple shout outs. Each and every time I want to shout out BQE Multi Rotors, TBQE, Fat Straps, Say Andrea, Rate My Rip, Project Zen, Hot Dog FPV, Quad Chat, Amy Flight, Kiss and Impulse RC, Team Black Sheep, Advanced Power Drives, all the goons and goonies, and all you guys here with us each and every time. Cannot thank you enough for joining us each week and showing us your love, man. It means a lot. And I definitely couldn't do it without fucking Vice here and Artie. So, you know, teamwork makes the dream work. You know what I'm saying? What do you? So, are you gonna try to fly this weekend, Vince? I know you're really busy with work. Are you gonna be able to make it? Do you have any fun?
I don't know. I still haven't even had time to fix my bando. My my other one's fixed because I just had to change the motor.
Right.
Hopefully, that's it. Yeah, I mean, just for me, it's just been busy. I'm not too worried. Eventually I'll fly and I'll have a great time, or break everything and have a great time breaking everything. I just can't wait to try out the GoPro 8 because I haven't, I've gotten it, but I haven't gotten it to test it out yet.
Right.
But this weekend, I mean, with you not being here, probably, I don't know. It depends. Because for me, I like getting there nice and early, and y'all don't wake up early.
I know, dude. Even when I do wake up early, I still don't make it till 2 or 3. In the summer, though, that changes. I mean, like, right? You know, I'm like a fucking bear.
Yeah,
I'm like a bear. I want to hibernate in the winter, and then when the summer comes out, I'm like, you know, excuse me, ready to rock. I mean, fucking Dragon knows we come out to FMP fucking 10 in the morning and leave when it's dark.
Yeah,
you know,
we did that a few times.
Spent a lot of those days, and then I mean, last summer I spent a lot of time. I wouldn't necessarily say alone, but I flew a lot of days by myself, just fucking chilling at Highland, man, and just going out there about 10 in the morning, and then a lot of times I'd leave by 5, but then some nights, if it didn't get too busy, I would kick it and stay till dark, but because usually Travis would show up after work, and then I would kick it all afternoon, and then he would show up and we'd kick it till dark, and then bounce. So that was most of last year, but I kind of expect Highland to be a little busier this year as far as pilots, and that's cool. It does get busy on the weekends, though. Weekends are tough. I mean, it's like FMP, too. Like, the parking out there is insane. Like, oh, my God. We used to have... I had fucking those guys, like, they would park shit and put shit in front of the flying spot to save us a bus. What's up, Asylum? And in the fucking chat, Dragon and those guys would fucking leave shit in the way and, like, put their scooters and shit or motorcycles, whatever they could do. They would just, like, make crazy parking, and so people couldn't park there, and then we would show up, somebody would come and move something, and we would fucking get in. So that's what's up. I don't remember. Did we play the Highland Park map? So we've...
I finally edited, changed the name to the bottom.
I think we might need to add the bridge. I think that was...
Oh, no. Oh, wait. It still says Desperation.
That was just Desperation. It's the last resort.
Yeah, we changed that. There we go.
Yeah, so we've actually quadrated out Highland Park of the places where we actually fly and kind of what their characteristics are or whatever. So you can easily fly from Chiller's Perch to Flatland City, but you don't fly into Scraggle Rock.
You could pretty much fly from everywhere.
You can fly along the bridges, but you do not fly into Scraggle Rock typically from anywhere except Scraggle Rock. Scraggle Rock is awesome, though. And that one cat was talking about power looping the bridge, which I want to see that. Yeah. The bridge is sick.
You have to be on the stairs. Like if you're by, the peak where we're at on Scraggle Rock, like it's like over here by the S.
Mm-hmm.
Like you lose line of sight, but if you're by the stairs, you're aimed right at
you're under the bridge.
The bridge. So you could just do it.
I'm not worried about
so
video.
Just do it
I've never had really any issues with video. It's really just the makeup of the tree.
It's just so scraggly over there.
It's the makeup of the scraggle and the trees, and then the fucking fact that bridge is so wide that it's really hard to gauge because there's a canopy of trees on one side. So guys, there's a bridge right below Scraggle Rock, and it's really wide, and it's not very tall. It's not very tall underneath. And there's a canopy of trees on one side and a light pole on the other. So if you don't get it just right, you're either cracking the light pole or you're in the tree. And that's pretty much, or you're making it. And so there's a power loop thing going. Oh, Dragon says he's done it. You got footy? Send me a link. Drop a link. We'll play it. Footy or it didn't happen. Yeah, there are two. Like you're right. He's right. If you use the light post as a guide, that's the way I was always going to approach it. But I've just never done it. I've never gone for that one.
That makes sense.
Leaving play pieces over those. That's pretty much it, dude. There's a swamp on one part of it.
Dude, that place is scary. I didn't realize it. I was flying over there. And then all of a sudden, I had to retrieve a quad over there, and I was sinking into the fucking floor.
Dude, yes. So, guys, there's one corner of this spot. It's like it's all rock walkway and stuff, like stones and some little walls and weird shit. I don't have any pictures of it. You got any pics of it?
I think I have video footage of it.
Travis and I fuck at the mud pit, yeah. Travis and I would hit it from the last resort. We'd be over in the last resort, ripping around that area, and then we would go down the stairs into Scraggle Rock and under the bridge, and then come back around on top of the bridge and then rip back down through in between the back part of Chiller's Perch and through the Last Resort again. There's some sick lines over there, but there is a lot of Scraggle, hence the name, and you will get caught up. I was going to ask you, did we play Erod's video, the Bando hard mode? Did we play that last week?
I don't think so. No, maybe.
I don't think so. We're playing it again. If we did, we're going to fucking drop another goon in here.
Here we go, Papa. Oh, shit. Oh my Jesus. Oh my Christ. God. We're getting tetanus, losing quads, fucking breaking shit. Yeah, baby.
Whoa. GoPro and stuff. Got ourselves a police escort with Bando.
It's hot, dude. What the fuck?
Is this where we pay for parking? This is where epic music starts right now.
I'm so tired, and I'm inspired, fighting fires with machines and wires. It takes time. It takes time. I'm so far beyond the shadows. I'm locked up inside your castle. It takes time. It takes time.
It's like when the acid kicks in.
Fucking dragon.
Super clean.
That's right. I forgot about this part.
Oh, that blows. But he got it back.
Well, time to go home.
Yeah, I think we actually did. That's funny.
Because I remember that.
Oh. Oh. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Dope.
I found video from that spot.
Oh, from
Scraggle Rock, yeah. It's on my hard drive. I haven't.
Oh, Danger Dave in the motherfucking chat. What's good, brother? Yeah, Erod's definitely killing it, man. You know, the one thing that he's inspired me to get on in real life, actually, because I've done here. I can pin you up. So this is Scraggle Rock, guys. Fucking. Oops. You go over by the bridge?
No, I didn't want to go by the bridge because I kept losing video over there every time.
Is this over by?
Yeah, this is pretty much where the swamp is. Yeah, you see, this is the stairs.
Oh, right. I've got to have some 10-inch footage from over there. I should look and see if we can find some, but I probably won't. I can play it at another time.
Yeah, there was the bridge. Yeah.
It's a little grainy on your screen cap.
Oh. Yeah, it'll look, it looks crappy secondhand like that.
Epic. That was fucking dope. You know what? I need to do something because it needs to be done. He hasn't posted anything for a minute, but another one of my boys, my brother, the one and only fucking Deafbeard FPV. Good shit, Willie. All right. Once again, guys, I want to plug next week's show. Hopefully, everybody gets in and out of DC without a hitch and But next week, we'll hopefully have some rest and fucking. We'll be talking about making stuff once again, 3D printing and hydro dipping and painting and design and things of that nature with Say and Gearhead. So we're looking forward to that. We're getting really close to the end. What do you got, Vice?
Just I believe this is, I don't know, maybe a Brain 3D print. Just everybody gets prints. Everybody loves their prints. I'm pretty excited for the 3D show.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
I know I'm just as a viewer, I'll probably not even talk.
Be a little nerdy, I'm sure, but it would be good. Oh. All right, let's fucking rock another NYC goon here, and we'll probably wrap. Here comes one like Tech.
I've been trying to power loop those two trees, but it's just
the ones that I do.
The other tree kind of hangs over. No.
Which ones?
The ones right by right by the perch on the right hand side.
Oh, on the right?
Like this right there. Yeah, because it's like to get in the middle is actually really, really tight because there's another tree right there. So I just keep hitting branches every time. But it would look so pretty.
Somebody's in the tree.
I love this tree. This tree.
Was that Kevin? Who was in the tree?
I guess so. This was probably a day I wasn't there. Yeah, I've been missing all the good flying. I actually bought some BMC 3D prints in case like I didn't get your prints in time. I got those today. They actually came out really nice.
Dude, Brent is awesome. He's a good guy. Motherfucking NYC. Sick. You know, actually, so I would bring up something actually because I lied. I'm not going to cut it. If anybody needs to go, you can go. But I'm not going to cut the stream quite yet. I'm going to just fucking rock a couple videos. We're going to play some random shit, and I was going to put it out there, y'all. If you want to fucking get videos played here, link them in the Discord. So if you're listening and you got something you want to throw out into the Discord, do so. We'll try to get it in. Tonight's been a little more chill. We're just kind of hanging and playing videos, and yeah, I hope you guys still enjoy it. I haven't watched this. Let's find out what this guy's about. This is oops. This is Nestor Fernandez. Ferzos? I don't want to mispronounce it. Ferzos? He's buzzing the fucking cows. Sorry about that. My bad. What the heck? Sorry about that. My bad. That's weird. It's like a loop. Oh shit. I know what's going on. It's actually the street. What the heck? That's weird. It's like a loop. Oh shit. I know what's going on. It's actually the street. What the heck? Wow, bro. That is something. I gotta kill this for a second. Technical difficulty. What the hell? Wow, that was crazy. We actually went. It was like a streamception, Vince. So what happened was I somehow managed to get on the stream. I managed to get on playing the stream in the stream and capturing the stream. It was like a streamception. It's fucking crazy.
Nice.
Well, that was something new. It was like a feedback loop. All right. Nice flying, but Fairs? I don't want to. I always screw up everybody's names in the beginning. Ferzos? Up next, we have Troy Sef FPV. Oh.
Come to the world, baby. Come to the world. Come to the world, baby. Come to the world. Come to the world.
I got soaked through the rainiest days. They made me this way. Should have left the street, but it paid me to stay. The path that I walked on is paving my pain, so I strayed and laid bricks for the opposite lanes. If you ain't rich, you don't play about that guap. I view the city like a section of a swamp. A lot of shit grows, but nothing that you want. A lot of shit grows, and that's just being blunt. Bitches acting foul, and bitches wanna stunt. Nothing ever changes until you willing to confront. Crooked cop, yeah, I see him too. Every person has autonomy, we ain't got a clue. I know it sound hazy when I twist that J, that rich town way. These dummies catch a 6-round fade. And yeah, I know them honeys got them big round things, but really I don't give a fuck about that blase. I play the resurrector like the tribe cassette, cause your third eye's just a fucking hole in your head. I play the resurrector like the tribe cassette, cause your third eye's just a fucking hole in your head. Gallon after gallon, brains wet, singing dead shit. One, it never happened, I'm still somewhere in my headspace. Walk for blocks, never figured out my destination. 40 Glock pops, talking copper to a resignation. I'm a mental patient, safety not a strong suit. Wrong through with safety off, one chambered, I'm dog puke. Tell them shooter, just get off me. Sociopathy probably shit that bothers most of y'all, probably never bothers me. Told you not to follow me. Newspapers a shit show. Idiot with the slit throat, stuff broke in his piss hole. Kills family with missiles. Politician fuck bitches with issues. Everything I read is just a sick joke. It never really registered as funny. Rather figure out the time they fill the registers with money. It never really registered as funny. Rather figure out the time they
What the fuck? sick. Gotta give it up to him. Fucking, I love the fucking chicken playing the piano, bro. That was fucking hot.
That was really funny.
A little bit left, I think. But let's see here. Actually, I'm gonna play one more. How you digging that level? Actually, I haven't gotten on liftoff to fucking fly that yet, which is
I've been liking the trees more than anything else.
Something I need to remedy.
They just said.
They just what?
I like the trees a lot. Just it has a good grouping of trees and stuff. I haven't even been really messing with the big
with the tower
or whatever it is. Yeah.
Or
just the trees are just so great.
I actually haven't gotten on there. Is anybody who's been flying this in the chat? I've lost the chat. That's what I was trying to do when the streamception occurred. I've lost the chat. Streamception. Oh, Killer Bee's back? What the fuck? It's funny. Listen to the burgers. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Sorry. Got a couple new folks in here. Rat RH in the chat. What's good? What's good? Killer Bee's back. Asylum's up in here. Dragon. 608's still here. 608 said he's gonna run out of filament mid-print. Feed that shit in there, bro. You can pause the print, and change the filament. You could totally do that sort of thing.
Maybe it has no more.
Oh, like if you have no filament? Like if you have no more filament, then I feel bad for you. But if you have more filament, there are definitely ways around it. I have another let's swap that shit. You've never done it before, but so yeehaw. Well, you can do one of two things, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You could actually, if you're not, as long as you're not like even with a Bowden, but if you're not using a Bowden system, it's even easier. But you can literally, as wherever your filament is entering the path, hopefully it's a direct drive and it's going straight into the top of the head. Literally, you theoretically can cut it, and before it ends, make sure you already have your other filament ready, and just follow it right behind, and just feed it in by hand. I have done color changes like that. If you have a screen on your printer or you're running Octoprint or something, I don't know what you're using, you could totally. Bowden is a little more challenging, but it's not impossible. A Bowden would be more likely. It will probably be best to pause the print and manually move the print head away from the print and change the filament. Make sure you feed it filament, prime it, run filament until you see it coming out. It's dumping on your bed. Clean your nozzle and then resume your print. That could do it as well. There's definitely ways to make you move. So I recommend trying that. Bowdens are a little trickier. I don't know if you're printing TPU, but I don't like Bowdens and TPU because things like this are a lot more challenging. Generally speaking, you have to use a lot of retraction with a Bowden, typically speaking, and that's actually more challenging. Option two is push pause. Push pause, my brother. Yeah, man, push pause, and then you should be able to, like, if you can move axis manually, just move it off. And actually, I've actually auto homed and then resumed the print. So like if I bump the bed, if you bump the bed and you don't re-auto home, you will print in the wrong place. So if like you accidentally move it, like actually generally speaking, when I write my own G code. We're going to talk about this next week, by the way. But I write my own G code to pause it for me. And it actually, it's funny. It pauses and makes some noises. And then once I eject the filament, it retracts and ejects the filament. And then when I load new filament, I prime it and make sure that I see the color running clean. And I give it a second to ooze. And then I clean my nozzle, and then I auto home and hit resume, and then it always goes back to where it's supposed to be. So that's I was in the middle of printing Goonie gimbal guards one time, and I forgot about that, and I fucking bumped the bed and didn't realize it. And when it tried to print, yeah, it was like an 8-hour print, dude. It was like an 8-hour print, and it sucked. So like, yeah, auto home whenever you do a pause. Because you could bump any of the axis. You could bump the X, hopefully, or the Y. Hopefully not the Z, but you're likely to move the bed or maybe move the print head a little bit. So if you auto home, then the printer will know where it's supposed to be. Just buy a roll-on, get them. I have stop pause. pause. You want to pause because pause gives you the option to resume. And as long as you don't accidentally resume prematurely, you're totally cool.
Because is it dangerous at all?
Dangerous in what regard? Outside of ruining your print?
I don't know. I know nothing about I guess. I mean, I know nothing about 3D printing.
Typically, the worst, if you do it right, the worst thing will happen during color changing is if you don't, like I said, you want to let after you feed your filament and prime it, you want to let it ooze a little bit and then wipe it. And then hopefully it won't ooze when it moves back to the piece. Because worst case scenario, you get a little turd on the edge of the print when the nozzle goes back to its spot. Gotta wait for it to get super low. Super low. I don't know. What do you mean? Oh, the filament? I would just cut that shit, bro. Seize the day. Seize your opportunity. Find a spot that looks cool. If it's like at a cool spot in the print, like, and it would make sense to change color, just fucking do it. Get it over with. You know, if you're gonna save fucking 3 feet of filament, it's better to get it done. We're here to help.
Hey, times are tough, man. Times are tough.
Just a 70
that
millimeter
3 feet of filament.
K-stop. It's like a 6-hour print. 6 hours is a lot of material to waste, though, bro. I mean, let's be real. I mean, yeah, it happens. I've wasted way more than that, but I actually, I was saving because someday at some point I want to do recycling of my own, where I actually basically melt my own filament down and re-extrude it. It's kind of hard to do in New York City, but I do want to do that. Having said that, man, I have a fucking New York City black shopping bag, Vince, full of fucking old pixel test prints and like all this like Corona and pixel stuff. Like, bro, like it's mental. Like, I'm sure there's some viable prints in there, but I had all this shit in a box. I'm just like, I'm cleaning house right now, which is a process because I'm reorganizing all my print shit and all my drone shit.
Maybe Andrea can use it for some sort of art project.
I considered, but and again, this is a lot of things we should talk. We'll probably touch on next week. But talking about a woman has a lot of projects. She probably hate me. Like, where are you bringing me this stuff? Bringing me this stuff. I don't know. That's true though. Maybe I will drop her a line and ask her if she wants it before I recycle it. But then I'm just, like I said, I'm on a big purge right now of crap, and I found literally 3 small boxes full of like pixel prints and stuff that were just like various duds for various reasons. If I can get it just like an inch of different color, that would be super rad. I just hope this color can make it. Well, it is a gamble. It's like I said, I seize the opportunity. Like when I see a spot where it would look cool, I just cut it and do it. I did color changes that way for a while. I did them by hand and by literally cutting it and then just feeding my filament in, and I was able to do it, but I did screw it up a couple times. So that's living life on the edge. But yeah, pause and change it's a good practice to know how to do it. And so, and that will actually lead you to some really creative adventures. And I'm happy, like, I'll gladly share my pause code with people. It basically pauses, it stops the print, retracts the filament a bit, moves the print head, and then unfeeds the filament. And then when, after I feed it in the filament, like I said, I auto home and then I hit resume and then I can do my color change. But I used to do them by hand. I actually, at one point, I was just, because I was lazy, I had another one of those 3D printing pens, and I was actually bridging 2 pieces. I would bridge 2 pieces of filament, so what I did was I took PTFE tube. This is such good shit for next week, and I'm just now remembering it. I took PTFE tube and I cut a notch in it, and I took 2 pieces of filament in each end of the PTF tube and butted them at the notch, and then I used a 3D printing pen and I printed TPU in there, and then I moved it while it was still a little bit warm, and I fucking joined it, and then I could re-roll the filament and just chuck it in the printer and let it go, and it worked pretty good. It worked pretty damn good, actually. Right, so let's do another video. Oh, I might have played this one. Did I play this one last week too? I don't know. This is Baldman.
Hello.
Oh yeah, we did play this last week. All right, sorry, I'm cutting this one because I remember this one. I wanted to play. I'm trying to give people fucking plays that we don't always on because of time. So that's why we're running late tonight. Oh, here we go. Here's one that we haven't played, and I love Baldman. Oh, that was abrupt.
Oh, you got your double mic on.
Oh shit! Sorry, thanks. That's funny. Thank you, Vince. Right. So again, guys, you should drop into the Discord if you're not in the Discord. Link in the description. And post up them videos in hashtag post your vids here, and we'll try to start getting them on the stream. One thing that I want to try to work towards in the format of this show is just being able to talk to you guys a little bit more directly, and I think that's pretty clutch and important. Do I buy 2 seats for the bus, one for me and one for my gear. I mean, how much
as
are
far as I know,
you
you can buy a
taking,
ticket.
bro? I mean, are we bringing a wagon? Do you have a baby stroller full of fucking FPV gear? What do you bring it? I mean, you could check a bag under the bus if you really want to. First of all, so you can put a bag under the bus, and that's easy. Sunday is flying at the bot thing, which I had earlier, but I've probably lost. Let's see. It sent it to me
on Facebook.
This here. That's where people are flying, and that is Sunday. That is Sunday. Not Saturday. Saturday is the protest. No flying at the protest. Sunday is flying. And they're, like I said, unconfirmed reports of potential barb tiny whooping. So hopefully that will come through, because that would be dope. I'm bringing in a tiny whoop just in case. Yes, sir. I have a million YouTubes open right now. I need to close some of these.
All that RAM.
Yeah, dude. That's been nice. I don't have memory issues anymore. There was a dilemma I was having when we started the stream. I was trying to figure out if I needed more RAM. So I ended up eBaying some couple sticks, and I ended up with 64 gigs of RAM in this computer now. So I don't have RAM problems. Second blunt down. All right, Killer B, get some sleep, bro. Uber to DC, Dragon. Uber to DC, hotel for 2 days. Red Roof Inn, I heard, is popping. There's a couple things happening there. Not sure about all the sleepy logistics yet. I know that I've got some options as it stands. Again, I'm taking an active role in the event, so I'm trying to work out those logistics. Yo, and in case and I know Chris Steele was streaming tonight, and I wanted to watch it, which is funny. I almost did a streamception. Is Chris still going, or is he done? He's got to be done by now.
No,
he's not gonna run as late as we. Yeah. I almost was gonna do a streamception. All right, here we go. We got another Goonie coming up in Sparks. Let's check this out. Oops. How much do you think an Uber to DC would be?
A lot of money.
Does Sparks live stream this shit? What do you do?
I don't know.
This is an interesting situation he's got going on here. He's got a screen in some sort of a box. Yeah, it's got hella light leak, but for streaming, yeah, but it's interesting. Yo, Dragon, how's that fucking 3-inch flying, bro? So Sparks is one of our Goonie micro pilots. He loves his micros. Kind of like Vice.
Yep. But then I found 5-inch, and I've been flying a lot of 5-inch.
Just wait till you find the 10-inch, big boy. From the park on Sunday, we say no, it blows. The frame is broken. Oh, how the fuck? Boo. Well, I can't help with that. Oh, don't.
No, Dragon knows it's. Dragon knows.
Dragon, you heard about BQE.io? Yeah, you do, bro. You're a 3-inch. You get yourself a 3 as fuck. Get yourself a fucking SX3U. Get yourself a fucking. You can build a pickpocket in 3. Actually, with those motors, a pickpocket would be hot. With that rig you got, that would. But it's
65.
But it's diagonal. It's a diagonal
65.
mount. It's a toothpick FC. He's got a fucking 20x20. Dude, SX3U. Trust me. SX3U, with that rig you got, I would get bigger motors, but SX3U with the rest of that rig, 3mm plate, bruh. Trying to think what else. He's got like 1103s. He needs a lightweight 3-inch. Corona? That's really small.
Rip Squeak is probably his best bet.
Ripsqueak is
the 2.5.
Yeah, Ripsqueak with a speed freak canopy could be hot.
2.5 inch, or you go 2-inch arms and then 2.5 props. Because if you go speed freak, you could go here. I'll just show you what mine is.
You're not live at the moment. Wait till this is done. There we go. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, the SX4U is a good frame. I don't fly a lot of 4s. It's just a size that. Speaking of 4s, y'all seen Travis's 4-inch? This shit is crazy. He's changing it out, but. I guess I know who to hit up if I need some 1507s, 1506s, whatever the fuck those are.
That was dope.
Fucking Sparks FPV, y'all. Fucking another up-and-coming Goonie. What do you got there, Vice?
Here, this is the 2.5 inch. Well, it's a 2-inch frame, but it's 2.5 inch because of the speed feed canopy. Because it makes it super, super thin.
Now, if you're not aware, if you get the 2.5 inch frame and you use a speed freak, you could run 3-inch on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I have, these are the 2-inch arms because I wanted to do 2.5.
Actually, I
have the 16x16 stack, but it does 20x20 as well.
Yeah, I mean, the name of
I haven't brought this to FMP yet, actually.
Really?
I've only flown this at whatchamacallit.
So this is mine, and this is a 2.5 with running a speed freak
3-inch.
I'm running 2.5 still, but I'm gonna get some 3-inch props on here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is actually running old Rotor X 1105Bs. At some point, I might beef up the motors a hair, but these are the R. Oh no. Yeah, it's
I've got my bot, the banger
bot effects. Yeah, I just fixed mine.
Yeah.
It's not a 3mm plate. It's 2 and 2.5 inch 2.5mm arms on the 2.5. But he also does make a 3-inch version as well, I think, right? So am I wrong? I think he does. Yeah, he makes a 3-inch version.
Of what?
Of this.
Yeah, he does 3-inch arms, 2.5-inch arms, 2-inch arms.
I don't know. I always build the prototypes. I don't know what the fuck.
Well.
I don't know what's going on with. It's terrible.
Yeah, hopefully he'll do some 4-inch one day. That'd be cool.
I mean, he's got the SX4U
4-inch T. Yeah, but I love that one because of the it's kind of, I don't know, it's not an H frame. It's almost an H frame, whatever it is. But I just really like how it flies. It flies so cool. Like I've always flown, pretty much alien type stuff, and then the Bando and the Bot FX, which are all, regular X designs pretty much. I don't know if the Bando is stretched, but going and flying that felt so crazy.
I want you guys all. Oh, I just dropped a strap. I want you guys all to send me good vibes because my Bot FX has been cursed. It's been cursed by the quad gods, and I don't know why. I didn't do anything to offend them, but for some reason, this frame is amazing and has been this frame and this setup is taking some hits, but my electronics, for whatever goddamn reason, have been a nightmare. It started with a bum motor that I got a fresh bum motor, but you know, Armiton was dope and replaced that, so that was cool. But then I had FC problems, and then I had an ESC blow, and then I was flying and I had a video problem. Then like a couple weeks later, after fixing, I replaced the whole stack, and after fixing that, I ended up with video problems. So I crashed upside down from about 30, 40 feet in the air onto concrete, and I torqued my GoPro. I had to take it back, and then in that, I fixed the video, and then I blew the ESC. So I had to change the fucking forward one again. So I'm on ESC number 3, and I am on FC number 2, and I have 4, 5. I'm on my 5th motor with this quad, and one VTX pigtail. To Jesus, not enough green. Yeah, I know, right? This is the Emerald Jazz, bro. This is the Emerald Jazz. Soft mount everything, bro. Bro, the fucked up thing is, Dragon, is that I'm running the Acon, and I've never had problems with my Acons. I've had really good luck with Acons. I have legitimately blown one up. When Rampage last year, I blew one up and smoked a motor, and I hit a 2x4 going Mach 3 and blew it up. And okay, I can accept that. That's a really acceptable reason to blow something up. All right, when it was, I don't know if you remember the pictures from Rampage, but we built all the obstacles out of fucking 2x4s and shit, and it was heavy wood construction going on up in there. And anyways, I killed a quad day one on that shit before we had even opened. Like, we just built the shit, and then I was flying it and blew up a quad. But the Acons are soft mounted, and I actually printed, you can't see them unfortunately, but my spacers are printed, and then the Helio Spring Mini is soft mounted, so everything's shock mounted, bro. So yeah, anyways, I just put it back together today. It took me, I don't know, 15 minutes to swap a 4-in-1. I banged it out pretty fast, and I programmed the motors, and everything's in the right order, in the right direction. So, like I said, wish me luck. I'm taking this with me for Sunday. Otherwise, I have my 10-inch Bandolero on the bench, and that sucks. And that was my other casualty of war when Vice wasn't with us a week and a half ago, whatever.
My bando is cursed, so I don't know.
Your bando is cursed. I think everybody gets a cursed quad. If you do this, there's no telling when the curse is gonna strike. But if you do this long enough, you're gonna end up with fucking cursed quad. I don't care. I've seen cursed kiss quads too, bro. Don't come with me with why I fly Kiss, because you build good or you don't. You buy quality components or you don't. Kiss is quality, okay? No question about that. But there's also plenty of other reputable quality vendors out there, and if you build it nice, it should fly nice, and it should be fairly durable. I've seen Kiss quads catch fire for no particular reason back in the day too, so I mean, it happens to everybody, and everyone gets a cursed quad. So yeah, it's something that I've had my, and it goes through cycles, because one of my 3-inch prototype quads back in the day was cursed. It had tons of video issues. I caught it on the Beefy 3. It was just one of my favorite 3-inch quads of all times, but it was cursed for a good while. It was cursed. It had video issues, and then one day I crashed it and it caught fire. And you have to understand, it was basically a carbon plate and some standout. Here, I'll show it to you. Possibly one of the fastest 3-inch quads I've ever flown, and I was only running it on 3.4S at the time. And I would love to do a 6S version of this. It would be fucking blistering fast. But anyways, the whole top end is fucking TPU, and if it catches fire, it's a glorious mess. So it has to be how I know, but possibly one of the fastest 3-inch quads I've ever owned, and insanely fucking agile. So Yeah. TPU fires are never fun. And I'm building a KISS rig because Artemis gave me a KISS setup. I just haven't decided which chunk of BQE carbon I'm going to slap it on, but I may build another Bando. I haven't decided yet. Or maybe some unreleased future BQE frame. Never know. Who knows? But I have a KISS rig, so I'm going to do that at some point.
I'm jealous. Soon you're gonna be like, well, emu flight's not as good, but KISS is my new.
I mean,
thing,
everything. The reality is everything. I think can everything can be
fly really well.
ultimately be tuned to fly well.
Depends.
I mean,
How
there's
much effort you're willing to put
there's
in.
that, and I mean, the reality is those like component choice, frame resonance, all of these factors come together. I would say, generally speaking, it's pretty easy to build a KISS quad without too much concern. But I mean, I've seen Flight 1 fly amazing on some things, and I've seen guys say they couldn't get what they wanted out of it for whatever reason, or Emu flight, or I can't actually say I've had a lot of people not enjoy their experience with Emu. I'm pretty glad to be able to say that, but I'm sure it's not for everyone. It's fine. I have seen a lot of guys on other firmwares. They'll say they couldn't get a tune they were looking for, and they would switch firmware, and they would be able to get where they wanted to go. It's about approach, I think. I think there's multiple ways to get to the end goal of good, clean flight. Just either how much work you want to put in, or if you're like bot and don't want to tune whatsoever. I don't think Cricket really tunes either, man. They just want their shit to fly good, and I get that. So. Yeah, well, the funny thing about KISS V1 and a V2 is you can flash it with Emu flight. There's a fucking target for it. But yes, you can definitely get KISS V1s cheap. I think V2s, I don't know what they are off the top of my head. But yeah, I will definitely check out KISS because I've not owned a KISS quad, admittedly. But yeah. All right, fellas. Well, I think it's a wrap because it is later than I expected it to be, as it usually is.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. I still have work to do.
Well, I appreciate you hanging in here with me, brother, and thank you for everything once again. All y'all out there still with us, thanks for hanging out, guys. And like I said, if you want to try to get, try to get your videos in, man, in the Discord, links in the description, and fucking come hang out, man. There's a great community that's not in Facebook, that's in our Discord, so you should check it out. And with that, we love you, and thanks again, and good night. Peace.
Sword of Omens, give me sight beyond sight.